Hello everybody, welcome back to more Marvel Champions. We're still working our way through the Sinister Motives expansion and we're up to scenario 3 of that box, which is Mysterio. I said last time we never tried him when I played online with friends. I actually think we have, unless there's another villain who also does the same mechanic Mysterio does, which is clutter up your deck with his cards. But we can talk more about that in a second when we look at him. So part of the setup for Mysterio puts a shifting apparition in combat with every player, so one per player if you're playing with more. They're scheme 1 attack 1 health. They have guards, so you can't hit Mysterio while they're on the field. When they are defeated, if this minion was defeated with excess damage, so i.e. if you don't hit him for exactly 1 damage, the defeating player shuffles the top card of the encounter deck into their deck. Mysterio has 15 health, which is a little low, but that's because he has shenanigans. 2 scheme 1 attack. He also has Seeds of Fear, which is a forced response when he does either of those. After you resolve a boost card during Mysterio's activation, place that card in your discard pile if it has the illusion trait. So only if it has the illusion trait. The setup for him is his cards. It is the standard set and then Whispers of Paranoia. Oh, and also Personal Nightmares. It is a 2-parter, so there is a second part. But it starts with Maze of Mirrors. If it gets to 8, it will forward on. And on this side it has the Forced Interrupt. When you would draw or discard an encounter card from your deck, just so we're clear, deal it to yourself as a face down encounter card, and then draw 1 card. So that's what you do once he fills your deck with rubbish, is this Forced Interrupt here. So that's going to be quite annoying, I imagine. We've already looked at Miles, I'm still just using his default deck, so I think we can go straight to drawing our initial hand. This video is sponsored by Noble Knight Games. Check out the video description below for an affiliate link that will take you through to their store, and it will help me out as well. Thanks. So far our experience has been a really good starting hand and then kinda not great starting hand. Will this land on one of those two extremes or somewhere in the middle? Now obviously we need to be on the Miles side also, so we're drawing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll see how it goes. Government Liaison, Strength, Surveillance Team, Genius, Young Love, Field Agent. Okay, we're going to get rid of Government Liaison for sure. We'll keep that. We'll get rid of Young Love, and I think we'll get rid of Field Agent as well. So we're going to draw 3 more. Didn't get any of Miles' cards, so I'm looking for... Oh, I see. Okay, fine. Another Field Agent. Could I get a Miles card? I did. Okay, that's fine. We have a lot of spending power and not much to spend it on as we start the game here with this hand. Alright, and let's begin by getting out that Surveillance Team. I'll just use the Genius card, doesn't matter which double one we spend really, because we ended up with all of them. And I'm going to immediately use it to remove 1 threat from the main scheme. It started with 2, which I forgot to have on there before the start, but that's fine, so let's put that down to 1. Miles unfortunately hits for a base of 2 damage, so if I hit that shifting apparition it's going to shuffle a bad card into my deck. We are... yeah, I'm going to have to waste the strength card. I'm going to waste 1 energy on the strength card to equip Defense Mechanism, which we're probably immediately going to use. I'm going to keep this in my hand. I'm going to get rid of Field Agent, or should I? No, I'm going to hold those 2 cards in my inventory, I think. So we're going to flip up. So if I trigger Defense Mechanism, I get to do Spider Camouflage, which is tough plus confuse. I think it'd be quite ironic to confuse Mysterio, actually. So I'm going to attack the shifting apparition to get rid of it. So when he is defeated, I did use excess damage. Shuffle the top card of the encounter deck into my deck. Now obviously it's got a different back, so you're going to know where it is, so I'm going to just kind of look away while I shuffle here, and if it ends up near the top, it ends up near the top. That's just the way it goes. Okay, that's going to do. I don't know where it is. I actually can't see it. Okay. It's in there somewhere though, and that'll be bad. So I did a basic attack. I'm going to trigger Defense Mechanism to trigger Spider Camouflage. We will confuse Mysterio. He doesn't have any immunity to that, does he? No. And we give ourselves a tough status card. And that is my turn. I've got 2 cards left in hand, so we're drawing 3. Dum Dum Dugan. I could have had you out so easily on that turn if only I'd had you. Well, we also have Homeland Intervention, and we have Spider-Woman. Miles' cards are in here somewhere, I swear, and I haven't ordered the deck, so it's just in a shuffled order, so it's just really bad luck. We've only seen Defense Mechanism. But anyway, villain turn. 1 on main scheme. He is attacking us. He's hitting for a base of 1. He's hitting for 3, keeping secrets. That was Miles' obligation. So let me just double check this. It's a boost card during your activation. After you resolve a boost card during your activation, place that card in your discard pile if it has illusion. It does not. So it's just 3 damage. Tough absorbs that. And then encounter card. Right? Yeah. Oh, analysis paralysis. It is from the Whispers and Paranoia. When revealed, search the encounter deck discard pile and set aside area for your Nemesis side scheme, then reveal it. Place X additional threat here where X is equal to the amount of threat on that side scheme. Oh, that's terrible. Good grief. So it starts with 1 regardless. So I have to search for my Nemesis side scheme, which is Prowler Tracking Prey. It has 4 on it. And then you put equal to, yeah, so that's actually 5. And then I presume I'm going to have to shuffle the rest of the Prowler cards into the encounter deck, right? When revealed, if you're in alter ego form, place acceleration token here. No, I'm not. I presume so. Or do I? It doesn't say to do it. It doesn't say to do it, so I'm not gonna. I don't know if that's correct or not, but that's how we're going to do it. So this is immediately a bit of a mess. But yeah, I was just thinking Shadow of the Past specifically tells you to put like everything out that comes with your Nemesis deck. That doesn't, so I presume that is correct. Anyway, Spider-Woman costs 2 because we have a confused enemy in play, so let's get her out. So I have more options for help here, because my goodness, this is not looking great. I'm going to get rid of Homeland Intervention to get out Field Agent. That's the one where we tap him to avoid 1 damage. I'll have to put, I can put him over there. So that might help in the long run, who knows. Speaking of which, we'll use Surveillance Team to get rid of 1 on Tracking Prey. I don't like that acceleration token, that's not great. Then I have Dum Dum Dugan in hand and can't really do anything with him. So, between Miles and Spider-Woman, we can either attack for 4 or thwart for 3. I'm going to have to go for the thwart for 3 to get rid of Tracking Prey entirely, I think. So let's do that. She takes 1 consequential damage as a result, but Tracking Prey goes into the discard pile. And I think I should flip down. Yeah, I'm going to flip down because he's confused, so that's fine. After I change this form, I can shuffle 1 card from my discard pile, well, 1 Spider-Man card. There is only 1. It's a good one, so I'm going to get it back. I have Defense Mechanism, and I'm going to shuffle that into the deck. Oh, I see the orange card going by there. I need to look, getting into the habit of not looking to make sure I don't know where it is. Or more, because there'll be more put in. I'm ending my turn there. I'm getting rid of Dum Dum Dugan. He's no use to me, and we're drawing 6. And all our high spending energy cards are gone, unfortunately. Hey, there's some Miles cards. There's quite a few Miles cards, actually. Now, if only I had ways to spend them. Villain phase, 1 on the main scheme. He is attempting to scheme, but he is dumb, confused. So he can't, and then encounter card. Deepest Fears. Peril. While you're resolving this card, other players cannot help you. Interesting. Discard cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of cards in your hand. If at least 1 identity-specific card was discarded this way, place 1 threat in the main scheme. Otherwise you take damage. So unfortunately I have to discard 6. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'd say an identity card or 2 were drawn. That's where they were all hiding. So 1 threat on main scheme for discarding an identity card. Is that it? Yep. If no identity specific card was discarded, you take 1 damage. I would have preferred the damage. I lost a lot of good cards into the discard pile there. I'm sure we'll get the chance to hit Mysterio sooner or later. So we're flipping up to hero form. Let's do that. We're going to use Swing In, and I'm going to use Field Agent and Arachnobatics to play it, which means one of them is a science resource, and that means it triggers the additional option. Remove 4 threat from the scheme. If you paid for it using a science resource, I did. I get to do my camouflage again. I'm going to try and get rid of analysis paralysis to get rid of that boost icon. So it's got 1 left on it. And we give ourselves a tough. And we give Mysterio a confuse. We continue to elude him if we aren't damaging him. And that is. I really want to try and get Sky Destroyer out, so I want to hold on to that, unfortunately. But I know for a fact all my high cost, like the double energy cards, are all gone. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out until the deck is shuffled. So, with that in mind, first of all, Spider-Woman is going to take off this to get rid of that. She takes another consequential damage. She's got 1 left. Analysis paralysis goes away. And the last proc on Surveillance Team is going to remove 1 off the main scheme to try and keep that low, because it only has to get to 8 before it forwards. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Sky Destroyer and Jefferson Davis to pay for Web Shot. One of them is an energy resource, so we get the full ability. We deal 4 damage to an enemy, and then we get to do a Venom Blast. So there we go, there's some damage. So 4 damage, it's actually 6 though, which puts him to 9. Which is really good. And also, we get to stun him, which is especially nice. There we go. I have nothing in hand. I'm drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have so few cards left already, thanks to milling it with that card. Global Logistics, Arachnobatics, Power Within is good. Government Liaison, Homeland Intervention. There's our hand. 1 on the main scheme. He attempts to attack us, but he's very stunned, so does not. Encounter card. Evil Doppelganger. Yeah, Miss Marvel ain't looking right. Attack 1, Scheme 1, 5 health. Evil Doppelganger gets plus X scheme and attack, where X is equal to the number of identity-specific cards in the engaged player's hand. Oh, that's rough. That's a scary enemy. Oh, I almost tripped on the wall there. Yeah, that is a scary enemy. Oh, okay. Alright, we're going to play Homeland Intervention. You can tap up to 3 shield cards. I'm going to tap Field Agent. And for each one, tap that way, you can remove 2 threat. So, that's going to keep that under control. Beyond that, well, I'm going to use Global Logistics to pay for Power Within. To have that as a consumable use once I do a basic attack or whatever. And then we're going to do... Arachnobatics for sure, but I don't think I can get... It only does bonus damage if I hit a confused enemy, so really I should use it on Mysterio, not the Evil Doppelganger. Yeah, I'm going to use it on Mysterio. So paying for it. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If the enemy has a stun status card, deal 3 additional 3 additional damage to it. There we go, I can talk. If the enemy has a confused status, deal 3 additional damage to it. So actually that could do 6 extra damage, right? Because it's 2 different sentences. So if it had stun and confuse, wow, that card is better than I was giving it credit for. Still, 5 damage leaves Mysterio on 4 in Form 1. 4 Miles' basic attack, he's going to hit the Doppelganger for 2. And then Spider-Woman is also going to hit it for 2. So that's a total of 4 damage out of its 5. Can't quite finish it off this turn, and Spider-Woman is out of there, unfortunately. But I did a basic attack. Is that worth it? On the Doppelganger, I mean, it's worth doing. I'm just saying, is it worth doing it? If I'd thought about this in a different way, I should have started with the basic attack, because then Mysterio could have been stunned and confused. But I don't know if I want him to go to Form 2 immediately anyway. I don't know what happens when that occurs. But yeah, I'm going to proc this to do 2 damage plus Venom Blast, just to kill that Doppelganger. That might not be the best play, but whatever. It would have stunned, but it took them out. And then that's the end of my turn, and we're drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Global Logistics, Double Life, Defense Mechanism, Web Shot, and Agent 13. And we're very nearly right of card. Oh, including the encounter card. I can see the orange there. Alright, 1 on the main scheme puts it at 3. He is attacking us for... Oh, plus a boost. Draw 3 cards, discard 3 random cards from your hand. Okay, and well, let's handle the boost first. It's 3. Does it have the illusion keyword? It does, so hang on. If it has it, it goes in my discard pile. Okay. So I draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And then I shuffle my hand and then discard 3 at random. Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't mind losing Agent 13, but the other 2 are good. Web shot is so much damage. Well, so that means my actual hand is these, and we still need to do encounter card though, right? Because that was him attacking, and you still do the boost, even though the tough absorbed the damage. So yep, encounter card. He's scheming. He's confused though, so he tries to scheme and fails. That wasn't so bad. So to start this turn, I'm going to get rid of both those global logistics and swing in, sadly, to play Monica Chang. And when she gets played, you find a copy of Surveillance Team and put it into play. I've already looked it out from the discard pile to save doing that on camera. So there it is, and that's going to have 3 counters on it. There we go, right there. And that leaves Defense Mechanism in my hand, which I can't do anything with. I will, however, immediately use Surveillance Team to help keep the main scheme under control. So that's going to get reduced by knocking all the cards. 1 to have 2 on it. She is a 1/1 with only 2 health. It's getting the Surveillance Team for free that makes her valuable. She is going to lower the main scheme by 1 again. And Miles is going to hit Mysterio for 2, leaving him on 2. In form 1, that is. Do I flip down? If I don't, he's definitely getting a hit on me. I don't have anything to protect myself except reducing the damage received by 1. I could block for 2, but I don't really want to. It's going to be famous last words, but I think I can allow him to scheme for 1 turn. So I'm going to flip down in my turn there. No matter, we're going to draw that encounter card anyway. So 1, 2, encounter card. So it gets dealt to us as an encounter card, but then we get to draw a card. So I still get my full 6 or 5 because I have 1 in hand. That's 4, but unfortunately that's an encounter card for the deck running out. So, you know, that's just lovely. And there's at least 1 other card in this deck, so I'm currently having to not look while I'm shuffling it real quick without trying to see it. And cut the deck, do that. Okay, and that will have to do. So I have 4, 5, I'm drawing 1 more. Arachnobatics, along with the defense mechanism I had, Government Liaison, Homeland Security, Peter, and Ghost Spider. Okay, I don't remember seeing them. When did they get discarded? Oh, when I had to discard 6. That's what it was. Okay, so this is going to be nasty because of all the encounter cards. It might very well be that it moves on, but hey, let's see, I guess. So 1 on the main scheme. Mysterio is scheming for 4. Yeah, that's probably not great. So if anything gets him to scheme again, it's moving on. And then an encounter card. Oh yeah, did it have the illusion keyword? It did not. We have 3 encounter cards. Joy! First one. Fearmonger. Surge. When revealed, discard your hand and draw up to your hand size. Ugh, I liked what I had in my hand. Okay, well, another 6 then. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's pretty good so far as well, to be honest. 5, 6. That's not so bad. And then that had Surge, so now there's a 4th encounter card. But next one. Induced Panic. Attached to your identity, you cannot resolve triggered abilities in your hero's printed text, so the 2, like Venom and Camouflage, etc. As an alter ego action, you can discard 1 identity-specific card at random to discard that card. Okay. Caught off guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, it has Surge. Goodbye, Field Agent. That's awkward. And then the bonus one from Surge. Masterful Mirage, +1 scheme. Attached to Mysterio. When you would deal any amount of damage to Mysterio, discard the top 4 cards of your deck instead, then discard this card. Alright, he's starting to get a little bit annoying now. So I have 3 identity-specific cards in hand. I am going to discard 1 of them to get rid of the Induced Panic. It's going to be this one. That's not... well, that is kind of so bad. I wanted to have a high threat reduction turn. Oh well. But that gets rid of Induced Panic. We're going to get rid of Monica to remove 1 threat. To try and keep it under control, although I think that's fruitless. We're going to remove another one, actually. with Surveillance Team. Puts it down to 4. I totally forgot about shuffling one card from my discard back into my deck when I changed down to Miles, and I don't remember what was in it prior to being forced to discard. Those aren't Miles specific. I don't think there was any, unfortunately, so don't get that benefit this time. Let's see. What can we do? Double Life isn't going to do anything for us. I do want Power Within, but right now my character card is classed as blank, right? Oh wait, no, I got rid of Induced Panic, so it doesn't. Okay, hang on. Let's get rid of Double Life to pay for putting Power Within in play. Like so. So we have that as an option. And then I'm going to get rid of Spider-Woman and Agent 13 to put Government Liaison in play. So as a hero action you can exhaust that card to play a shield card from your hand reduced in cost by 1. Which might be beneficial, don't really know. So, when I would damage him, I'm going to have to discard cards. Fair enough, I'm flipping up, I'm attacking him. So when I would damage him, I discard the top 4 cards in my deck and then discard this card. So we're losing Web Shot, Genki, all Miles cards. And his cards are what make his deck great. The aspect cards not so much, but his cards are so good. But I'm going to trigger Power Within to resolve Venom Blast on Mysterio, now that this is gone. And Venom Blast is going to stun him and do 2 damage, which puts him to form 2. But remember, I don't remember how stats effects work if you apply it. Because it does 2 damage, then stuns. It doesn't say stun, then do 2 damage. So I presume you apply the 2 damage, he changes his form, and then he gets stunned. Would be the order of operations, I presume. Let's see what happens when he changes form. When revealed, in player order, shuffle the top card of the encounter deck into each player's deck. I'll do that in a second. Right there. Creeping Fear is the same if it has the illusion, it goes into your hand. And he has 17 health. 17. There we go. This is getting shuffled into the deck. I'm looking away. I'm looking around my room. I'm just looking at stuff. The things that are in here. And we're going to call that good there. Alright, Government Liaison I can move over there. End of turn. I'm drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's unfortunate. And so's that hand, honestly. Although Dum Dum Dugan costs 4 with Government Liaison, so that's not so bad. 1 threat on the main scheme. We're being attacked. I can't do anything about it. Oh, I could block. I will block. Yes, I'm blocking for 2, and he's hitting for a total of 3. If an ally is defeated by this attack, nope. He did 1 damage though. After my block, gotta remember I'm tapped. And then 2 encounter cards, because we had 1 from our deck. It's an evil doppelganger, that's unfortunate. Yep, okay. And then, Fearmonger. Surge, when revealed, discard your hand and drop to your hand size. Stop that! Well, this hand wasn't great, to be honest. And then it has Surge, so we have to do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Web Shooter in my hand, finally. That's not so bad. I wouldn't have minded getting Dum Dum Dugan on the field for 4, but... And it has Surge, so another encounter card. He's scheming, so, well, it's going to forward now. That's 2 plus asterisk, reveal this card. Oh, so it's 2, it's at 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's actually not enough. It's going up by 2, so it's 1 away. So we reveal this card. Other players can't help you. When revealed, choose to either take 1 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. Shuffle this into any player's deck. I'll take the 1 damage, so we're down to 7. And off camera, I'll shuffle this into my deck. This is getting a bit precarious. We're going to get rid of Surveillance Team and Field Agent to do Web Shot, one of which is the resource that triggers the bonus do Venom Blast. We're dealing 4 damage to an enemy plus Venom Blast, but I'm doing Venom Blast to get rid of the evil doppelganger. So when it is defeated, do we do anything again? No. So that is that. We get rid of that particular threat. I'm going to use Young Love to pay to get Web Shooter out. Just so again we have an extra resource gainer. And Surveillance Team goes away to remove one threat on this. And I'm going to have to stay in hero form to try and keep us on the first step of his scheme. So we're going to have to hope that we can take a hit. And if we can't, we're in trouble. And I'm drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost through the deck again. That's a good hand, assuming I get to keep it. Well, I guess we're about to see. So yeah, if he gets a card that makes him scheme, he immediately moves to the next step. He's attacking us. I'm not going to block. It's just 2. Okay, that's not bad. We're down to 5, and then this is the important part, the encounter card. Don't make him scheme. Oh, it's this again. So, when you would deal any amount of damage, discard top 4 cards, and then remove that card. That could certainly have been worse. So let's start by using the Genius card. No, wait, no, I want to trigger the extra ability, so it has to be an energy card. We'll get rid of Global Logistics and use 1 to get a wildcard resource from the Web Shooter and pay for it that way. Yes, yes. And oh wait, I should basic attack first to clear the Mirage. Yep, first of all, hang on. Basic attack. So he takes no damage. I lose 4 cards from here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Next card I'm drawing is an encounter card. Lovely. And then I can hit him with what I just said by doing Web Shot plus Venom Blast, so that's 6 damage and stun. Puts him down to 11. Plus the stun, which could be crucial. I can't really stop the scheme, if anything. Like if the encounter card forces him to scheme, I can't really stop that at this point. We'll use the Genius card to get a second Government Liaison out, because it doesn't say limited one thing, so sure. Why not? And I'll discard the Field Agent in my hand. Oh, we're getting 3 encounter cards again. Oh no, I think we might lose here, actually. That might be what's about to happen. So yeah, we're getting 2 encounter cards. I'm drawing these 2, plus 3 more. Oh, and we get, for shuffling our deck, we get a third, so we're going in that order. So it's going to be 4 encounter cards, which is probably a fail state, I would have to guess, because I'm going to probably get attacked twice. And we'll probably lose. We were quite close to getting him, I just needed like a webbed up, and that would have put him like 4 from death. That's my deck completely clear of his cards, but a lot of good that's going to do if you're dead. Still going to draw 3 more. Yeah, could have had him. Oh well. Let's lose. So 6, 7. Oh, actually, it just forwards immediately. Right, it's 1 away, and I didn't do anything. So it forwards to Edge of Reality. In player order, shuffle 2 cards from the top of the encounter deck into each player's deck. And then there. It starts with 3 threat on it, really. And other than that, it's got the same thing as before, I believe. Yep. Okay, so hang on, how many cards was it? I was 2. Okay. I guess it's a good thing that my deck was just replenished, I suppose, but I'll do this anyway just in case the match continues, but I'm pretty sure amongst these encounter cards will be a fail state. But hey, let's see, I guess. So, he is attempting to attack, he's stunned so it doesn't happen, and then we have 4 encounter cards. Casually 4 encounter cards. I'm sure this will go great. It's Deja Vu again. I'll take 1 damage, and then this gets shuffled back into my deck. I'll do that in a second off camera, assuming we don't end here. Shadows of the Past, so now the Prowler comes out and his cards would get shuffled into the deck, but let's see if it matters first of all, because we might be about to die. He's attacking me again, so that's a base of 2. That's 3. It leaves me on 1 health. I'm not dead yet. And then the final encounter card. Humongous Hallucination. Attached to Mysterio. Spend 1 resource of any type to shuffle the top 2 cards on the encounter deck into your deck to discard this card. It gives him plus 3 attack, so he's hitting for 5. Plus he has the Prowler. And the Prowler looks like that. He's stalwart. He has 5 health. 1 scheme, 2 attack. When revealed, if you're in Alter Ego form, he gets tough, but we're not. And these get shuffled into the encounter deck, which I guess I'll do since I'm having at least 1 more turn. Alright, if I've worked this out, with this hand that we have, I think I can actually win if I've done the maths correctly. Because I'm not actually tapped. I know I'm slightly saying I didn't block that damage. I'm on 1 health. I didn't block. I should have. That would have been the smart thing to do, but I think it's actually won me the game that I didn't. So if I spend 1 from Webshare, right, and then use, doesn't really matter, use Agent 13, sure, why not? That means I can do Web Shot, and it's a wildcard resource from here, so I can say, hey, it was energy, so that means I get to do 4 plus a Venom Blast, so Venom Blast does 2 extra, so that means it is 6, so that puts him on 5 health remaining, right, because he had 11, and he's stunned, which probably won't make a difference because we'd die regardless, but then I can do Arachnobatics, spending Genki to do that. 2 damage, but he has stun, so that means it does 3 extra, and that takes him out. I think I did that correctly, and even if I didn't, Spider-Man himself hasn't done anything yet, so he could then also basic attack for 2, because this doesn't protect him in any way. So I think by the skin of my teeth, and because I forgot, well actually no, I would have still won even if I remembered to block when I had the chance. So that didn't matter, as it turns out. That, I'm not going to deny that it's exceptionally lucky. I got a hand of cards that gave me exactly enough to win there. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I was on the cusp there of getting insanely unlucky with having so many encounter cards piling up. But so far, I've enjoyed every villain from this box. They've felt incredibly fair. Miles' deck is incredibly powerful, and I haven't touched it, so it's just his pre-constructed one, which is rare for those to be good. I will say I feel like his cards are the strong suit. I think his hero unique cards are fantastically powerful, and his character abilities here are also insanely powerful. As long as you're not fighting someone who's immune or semi-immune to status effects. If we run into anyone like that later, which we might do, I don't know, it'll be much, much harder, because I won't be able to negate damage, and he has such little health that it's clearly you've got to focus on negation with him. Anyway, after you beat Mysterio in his Hall of Mirrors, you move on to... oh, good grief, it's the entire Sinister Six. So the entire Sinister Six is showing up, and we're battling them as one. I don't know how it's going to handle that. This is one we have not played online, as far as I can remember. But it looks like Scorpion, Doc Ock, is that Hobgoblin, Electro, and Vulture. Oh, and Kraven. Kraven's there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And there is indeed 6. And Venom is also here. I guess if you're playing a Link card, campaign, you would have the Venom card in your deck, since he's a pretty good card. But we're not doing that, we're just playing the villains in order. So next time it'll be the Sinister Six. So let's see what that's about. If you've been enjoying the series, please do show your support. And I'll see you soon for the next one. Ta for now.